Peace and greetings. Presenting the Network of Awareness podcast radio station, providing in-depth information on society and culture in America and abroad, bringing you truth messages of inspiration, keen insight, reputable interviews, and so much more. So now, for the truth you've been waiting for, your host of the Network of Awareness podcast, Aura, the informationalist.
Nothing like this. Stage, screen, radio, TV, cable, baby.
Please just tell me what's happening to me in plain English without the mumbo jumbo. America, America.
You are now tuned in to the Network of Awareness. To the Network of Awareness. To the Network of Awareness.
All right. Peace and greetings, people. This is Aura the Informationalist. And let me hide the overlay here. So, people, welcome to today's show, episode 82 of season 4. And I'm trying some new things here. So I decided to do a live YouTube show. So that way I could just transfer the file over. So whether people log in or not, it doesn't matter, which probably nobody will because I didn't announce it. But I'm just trying to check to make sure that all my stuff is good here. So I hope that this all comes out pretty good. I'm noticing that I'm hoping that this comes out well. But in due time, we will find out because I'm seeing that my meter is reading here. So sorry about the delay, people, if you couldn't hear me before or if you could. I'm doing this episode and I'm on YouTube. So if you want to log into YouTube, do that. But I didn't announce it, so we'll see who comes in. If not, it's all good. So welcome to today's show. This one is not going to be a long one, people, but it will be significant. And this wasn't the original show I had lined up, but I'll do that show tomorrow. The reason why I wanted to do this show is because truth is trending right now. That's the title of today's episode. But Satan is a big deceiver. And when it comes to these celebrities, when it comes to people of influence, people in the business industry like Elon Musk, people in the sports industry, what we're starting to see is they are co-opting the very truth that is trending amongst people for many, many reasons, because the Most High wrote about this and said that this time was going to come again. And this time it was going to come where all lies, this whole entire legacy of lies that we've been fed for so many years was all going to be crashing down. It was all going to come down. I remember David Icke said that it'll come down like a house of cards. And that process has already been beginning. And it's also because we, the people of the Most High, we are raising up to higher levels of vibration and frequency. And when you do that, you go into a higher state of dimension. Not everybody's experiencing that, but those that are truly pursuing and living in this truth of the Most High are experiencing that on multitudes of levels. And now, because Satan is such a good deceiver, all of these people from Hollywood down to corporations and business tycoons, I mean, you name it, anybody, let's put it like this. Anybody that is a person of influence, great influence, whether it's singers, pop stars, whoever it is, they're all starting to gravitate to the truth. And people are giving them way too much credit. And they're not really seeing what's going on because all they're doing is they're co-opting that truth to make themselves relevant. Because, why? Because Hollywood is not relevant. No matter how many Black Panther movies they come out with or Adam whatever with The Rock. I saw The Rock on TikTok doing live feeds on TikTok with people. And it's like, why? Because they are not that important no more. And they're trying so desperately. Because listen, Hollywood especially, but the entertainment industry as a whole is full of narcs. Full of them. Damn near all of them are narcissistic in one way, shape, or form. They fit that spectrum. Some of them fit all of them. But I say that because I'm seeing so much of it. I'm seeing so many celebrities, or so-called, I don't like to call them celebrities, but these people of influence, they're just basically like jumping on the bandwagon of the truth. And it seems like they're having these epiphanies, but they're not. They're just co-opting people like you and I to want to believe in them so that we can give them attention. And this brings me to my point on why I even wanted to do this show. I'm seeing a lot of people post Kanye West talking about that the Black people in America are the real Jews. Facts. But people, we've known that for thousands of years. Even when it was being kept secret, many of us knew about this truth. There was people teaching about this hundreds of years ago, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And it's in the scriptures. Now, some of us have come to understand it little by little, but this I've heard about this since I was a teenager. When I was growing up in New York City, there was brothers at the Black Theater talking about this. So this is not like some new phenomenon that everybody's like, oh, Black people are the real Jews. Yeah. Melanated people, the 12 tribes are scattered on all four corners of the planet. And there's other people that are part of those tribes that people don't want to say is true. It's like, whatever. It is what it is. The truth is out there. Fact of the matter is this, though, is that regardless if that's the truth or not, why are people giving a pass to these Satanists, to these Luciferians, to these people that sacrifice their families to get to where they're at? You really think that this man that goes by the name of Ye now, you really think that he's like all about the truth now because he's wants to break this down because he's against the Illuminati and he's against to the people that put money in his pocket? You think that just because they pulled his video off Revolt and off of Drink Champs and all that he's making noise? No, that's all by design, people. Because if he was really about that life, he would have no money, number one. He'd be dead broke. And he'd be dead. Because blood in, blood out. Once you bond yourself to Satan, when it comes to these people, they're not getting out that easy. Because they've got all of that wealth and that limelight. They decide when you leave. They decide, matter of fact, they decide when it's convenient for them to make more money when you're dead than you're alive. Plain and simple. And they always capitalize on that. Nothing's changed. So all of a sudden, we got all these celebrities like Ye that are woke when he's married or was married or still married to a witch that's from a very high level witch's coven. I'm so disgusted with the level of, see, this is the problem, people. People are stuck on this. They stuck on this. They stuck on all of this. They're stuck on this and this and this and this. They're stuck on all that shit. That's very insignificant when it comes to spirituality because the spirit is inside of all of that and all around. This is temporary. This shit is temporary. And see, society has kept this secret for so long, even though people were educating people about it, that it is somewhat has traumatized people to want to say, yeah. So whenever one of these deceivers comes out and starts speaking truth, jump on it like a band, jump on the bandwagon while they're co-opting you, because that's exactly what they want you to do. Furthermore, give you a perfect example, an analogy of what I'm talking about here. The taxi cab industry was thriving throughout the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and even somewhat the 90s. In comes rideshare, Uber, Lyft, and many others. All of a sudden, the taxi industry will never be the same. Those tablets that they get, those things used to be worth over $1 million. And I didn't even know that until I became a teacher. I was like, oh, taxi cab drivers. There was taxi cab drivers making $250,000, $300,000 a year. Because I'm like, how can they afford those medallions? Well, they pay them in time. Well, guess what? Those medallions have been reduced. I think something, don't quote me on this, but somewhere around the $150,000 mark to $175,000. So something that used to cost $1 million is now costing a lot less because Uber literally almost knocked them out the damn box, out of existence. And there was a big war about that. A lot of lawsuits and all that. The mayor got involved because they were crippling the taxi cab. And I felt good about it because, you know, I've said this before on my show where taxi cab drivers, when I was growing up, they were mean. They were wicked. Like they used to treat you like they was doing you a favor and you need to praise them. And like, they were just the most brash, snobbish, disrespectful people while taking your money. And then all of a sudden Uber came in and then they became the nicest, sweetest, like most accommodating drivers. Now, not all of them were like that, but the majority were. It's like the majority of cops in New York City are not pleasant. There's only a few that are. And I know that from firsthand experience. But going back to my point, it's no different than what's going on with the celebrities. What's going on with the celebrities is they're losing their popularity. Why? Because people like you that are way more gifted than them are doing things way better than them with less. And others like myself are seeing that and are being more inspired by that authenticity, by that realness that comes from the spirit of the Most High, that ingenuity, that creativity. It's like I'd rather watch people on YouTube than watch people on TV. Because these people on YouTube, some of them do amazing stuff throughout all social media platforms. Instagram, TikTok, you see people do some amazing things. Now, granted, there's a lot of people doing a lot of dumb stuff. But there are those that are really good and are worth giving attention to because you're going to learn something. You might learn a new skill. They might help you to overcome some type of mental issue. They might help you to build something from scratch. They're people. We are the source because we come from the source. We are the resource to the source because we come from that source. I'll say it again. We are the source of everything that ever will and be and continues to be. And these institutions of deception, like Hollywood, is losing its popularity. So what are they doing? They are co-opting that very truth that is trending right now to make you give them attention. That's it. Doesn't mean we're going to stop living this truth and speaking this truth because it needs to be said and lies need to be exposed. And that's what my platform does. We expose the lies because there's a long legacy of lies. It's a job that never ends. But hey, while we got the time to do it, let's do it. Let's keep exposing these lies. Give me 1 second, people. I just got to drink some water. I sigh because this thing is turning upside down, and it's about damn time. It's about damn time that Hollywood gets exposed for who they really are and what they really about. You know, I got family that loves acting and loves actors and film just as much as I do. Well, for the exception of the actors. But I like good quality film, especially independent films. Those people that haven't sold their souls, that are just gifted at what they do with the lowest budget film. But the content and the quality of that content and the message that's being conveyed in those films, priceless. Just like many of you that are doing such great work, that your work is priceless. I mean, sometimes I feel like, what can you pay for some of the stuff that people actually do for others? I mean, people's lives are getting transformed. How can you put a price tag on that? I know there's people that do, though. I know there's people that do, but people, the truth is trending, and we have to stick to those that are trending with it in the most honest and righteous way. Because there's a lot of people that jump on bandwagons to infiltrate. Just like there's a lot of people that jump on bandwagons to in these camps and churches and congregations just to be in the limelight, just to be congregating with people, but to infiltrate. And they use the scriptures to do that. And it's sad. It's very sad, but it's no different than what's going on here with the celebrities. Like, I'm tired of people giving props to Ye, or whatever his name is, Kanye, Ye, whatever. He's a deceiver, people. He don't really care about people. He did at one time. We broke down that documentary. If you haven't checked it out, I did an episode on it back in beginning of season 4. I mean, he had light in his eyes at one time, but not no more. That's probably not even him. I don't even think that's him. I think that's a clone. But at the end of the day, people are like putting his stuff on Instagram like if he's this, like, oh, we got to support Ye now because he's talking about who the real Jews are. And he's running with it. Listen, they can take that man out of commission at any given moment of the day. They can short circuit his wiring and shut him down. Don't get it twisted. So there's no reason why we need to give these people so much attention. It's like, stop doing that, because all you're doing by giving them attention is taking away from your potential to be put out there into the universe, into the world, for the world to receive, or your gifts. Stop giving these people a pass. We know what he's done. He sold his soul for a Happy Meal. At least it came with a few toys. You know what I'm saying? Let him enjoy that, because that's the life he chose. Don't get caught up in these Kevin Harts and Dwayne Johnsons and Ye's and Kim Kardashians all making you think that they woke now, like they see the light and then we're in this together, because they are deceiving you. All of them didn't even take the science appliance, but they're making you think they did. One of the worst ones was Idris Elba. It's like, bro, please. Oh, I hack over. It's like, stop it, bro. Stop lying. Stop lying. Because that's what they all do. They all get told what to do. That's why when there's certain worldly events or national events here in this country, they all have to play their part. Whether it's, recruiting you to donate money for hurricane relief, whether it's to donate blood for HIV awareness. I mean, the list goes on. And then they, all the stuff they do with the information or the stuff that you provide monetarily doesn't even go to the actual cause. It goes to specific institutions and organizations that are part of this satanic Luciferian web of lies. We truly live in a matrix, people. But things are shifting. Okay? The truth is setting people free. Because you can't beat the Most High. Care what anybody says, you can't beat the Most High. I'll say it again. You can't beat the Most High. You just can't. It's not happening. Most High is in control of all of this, the universe. All we got to do is flow in the positive stream and let that positive stream flow through us so that we can emanate those light beams of thought, right? Just like in right here, as you can see, or should I say right here? You know what I'm saying? Every single thought is sending out a ray, just like in my background here. Every single thought, every single one. Light, light, light. Traveling fast. And we have to be cognizant and coherent to the energy that's being sent to us from the universe so that we can live our lives more accordingly and be rooted in the principles that have been taught to us in the Word, in books like the Apocrypha, in the book of Enoch, in these scriptures. There's so many scriptures, people. The principles have been laid out, but the principles have been instilled in us. That's why it's important for us to be acclimated with it when it comes to the word so that it becomes the second nature from the nature that's been taken away from us, from the purity that's been stripped from us, from the wellness that's been stripped from us. Because they want us sick, dumb, and blind from everything that is true. And they want us to accept this legacy as lies, as the truth. They want us to accept the darkness for the light, right? Like in the book of Isaiah, you got a lot of people that are accepting the darkness for the light and the light for the darkness every single day. But when it comes to us, not today, and damn sure not tomorrow. But we got to stay strong in this spiritual warfare. Because I'm telling you, when I see Kanye West doing that, I don't get inspired. I don't be like, yeah, like I see a deceiver. That's all I see. I see a demon deceiving. And I see a lot of people getting caught up in this. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard because, we listen, I've gone through a lot of oppression when it comes to so-called racism growing up in New York City. But what am I going to do? Get caught up in that? I know what it is, but I know I'm a spiritual being having a physical experience. And that's the same reason why Dave put so much emphasis on racism and your skin complexion, because they don't really want you to know the truth of what's under that skin. Because once you do, it's game over, baby. You never will be the same. You will never see the world the same, and you will start to operate in a way that is very much against what they want you to be. It's way beyond being woke. It's way beyond being awakened. It's about truly being in touch with everything that you are and using that power to completely be independent from this lie. And it emanates around you like an auric field. Like I said, this episode is not going to be long. I see I'm on almost up to my half an hour. I'm at 24 minutes. So I'm going to end it off with this, and I'm going to play some music for you people to listen to. I'm going to say this. is that, give me 1 second here because I want to make sure that I don't have any of the internal speakers on. And I'm hoping that this gets recorded, because if I'm on mute, that's going to suck. But hey, it is what it is. And I'm hoping this comes out on my audio, but we'll find out. We'll see. We will see. So people, the last thing I want to say is this. Don't allow these people of influence to co-opt the truth that you are living so that you can start giving them attention. Because listen, they're losing popularity. They're losing their fame. They're losing relevance in society because people are starting to realize that what they have to contribute is really not meaningful to their lives. Their forms of entertainment are still distracting some, but there are many that are being awakened to their bullshit. They're just seeing it for what it is. So people, with that being said, I want to thank you for being you. Thanks to all the people that have been downloading the show from around the world. Shout outs to the top countries, especially like the United States, Canada, and United Kingdom, and the rest of you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I mean, it means so much because I was at a point where not that I was questioning of podcasting anymore. I was just kind of feeling like almost like the odds were against me because I was speaking this truth. But the truth is trending, baby. The truth is trending. And we will prevail. And those brothers and sisters that are truly living a life for the Most High, our great creator of everything that is and ever will be, we're going to be all right. Best believe it. We're going to be all right. We're going to continue to thrive in being rooted in this truth, in this amazing life that we've been given to live here during these times of trial and tribulation in these days of revelation. So when you live in the present, brothers and sisters, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning. So start your new beginning. And don't look for the light at the end of the tunnel, because the light is and always will be within you. So light up the tunnel and find your way through the darkness. This is Aura the Informationalist, saying peace, love, and light. And Barakatah, all praises to the Most High. Shalom.
Show is called Music, Satan's Favorite Gateway, because music can be a demonic portal. What I mean by that, everybody knows the popular quote, what goes in must come out, all right? Because whatever you feed your mind or soul is going to eventually reflect in your actions.
You are now tuned in to the network of awareness.
It's a fight to the finish, just like Tyson and Tillis. The spirit guides me to finish. To touch you, I hope you feel it. No doubting that's for the pigeons. Fist right to the villain of evil, manipulating this generation of children. Things I see in the media got me heated up. Girls barely in their teens used for pedophilia. Celebrities simply misleading them. How can you live with yourself knowing damn well that you deceiving them? Feeding them nonsensical bullshit for their mental, like it's cool to be famous when you know it's detrimental. Y'all convince them that it's hard work, dedication, and God. Last time I checked, we give all our praises straight to Yahweh. Hey, come on, the music is more than just vibes. Keeps us pushing forward every day of our lives. It's my 9 to 5 to do it and do it right. You know I gotta stay on the grind.
If deception was the only way that I could reach the me, I would stop rapping in a heartbeat. Music is a way of praising Father Yahweh Elohim, but Babylon tells you chase the dream. Infinite songs, but only 1/3 of it is living up to what it's supposed to be. Thank Elohim for the remnant who understands the power of music.
The fear of COVID got people so petrified. If one's life lies out and Satan chooses a side. A lot of righteous haters try to play both sides. They lack faith and work so spirit stays penalized. I realize life is hard without the Most High, and he who knows there's much to learn is really wise. Mad grateful to be alive to see the sun rise. Try to stop my vibes, I'm exercising swords and arms. I'm in my prime, righteously prepared to shine and grind. So shock the surprise every time you analyze my rhymes. Cause orbits aligned with stars you can't even find. I spit that light that leaves chills up and down your spine. You coulda, woulda, but didn't. Who you kidding? In my fans, frontin' forbidden. Who the fuck is you fibbing? You better think twice before you think I'm tripping on y'all children. If you feel hard, then we gonna make you hard to hear it.
If deception was the only way that I could reach the me, I would stop rapping in a heartbeat. Music is a way of praising Father Yahweh Elohim, but Babylon tells you chase the dream. Infinite songs, but only 1/3 of it is living up to what it's supposed to be. Thank Elohim for the remnant who understands the power of music.
Feel like music influences your behavior or people's behavior?
If you allow music to do it, it's a difference. You know, like I said, there's people out here who could consume music one way and not, well, at least they feel that they're not affected by it. There's other people who live their life through music. Like anything that certain artists say is Bible to them.
How you doing? How you doing?
The mind of the soldier holds stars steep as an ocean.
He chosen focus devoted to get a crown and a road with it.
Road is narrow and focused, you can tell by the way in which he flows with it.
None of these rappers, y'all opposers a lost soul in them.
Holding them all accountable for the music controlling them.
Countless of 100,000s of soulless people supporting them.
Righteous music accounts, most folks won't go to them.
Don't worry about it, cause Yahweh knows who the chosen is.
Shalom to them for constantly dropping projects for y'all to spin.
Food for the spirit, once you hear it, now you confident.
Daily battle fighting hard like we in a boxing gym.
Babylon ain't looking tall no more, she needs oxygen.
Got the win, still got motions floating that we got to live.
Positive, roller coaster, corporate, watch cooperative.
Jab now, cry later, just not with the consequence.
Zombies dwelling in the dark, my direction where Yahweh is.
Destined for greatness, but not the kind that you thinking of.
Pointless being famous in a realm that the demons run.
Yet, you still got takers who making vibrations.
Elated eagles and cadences leave you feeling all vacant.
Cause Satan takes them and breaks them and makes them look real amazing.
They gazing phase in the matrix, embracing the fake and awaken.
The cake and bacon temptation persuades to change your foundation. If Yahweh ain't in your brain, you'll end up discombobulation.
In one's life lies out and Satan truth aside. In one's life lies out and Satan truth aside. In one's life lies out and Satan truth aside. A lot of righteous haters try to play both sides. In one's life lies out and Satan truth aside. In one's life lies out and Satan truth aside. In one's life lies out and Satan truth aside. A lot of righteous haters try to play both sides.
In the mix. 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 In the mix.
You know how strong he is. You can win.
Don't you get rid of this. Consider this day. Don't you get rid of this. Consider this day.
How can you walk upright when your pants falling and you sipping on lean? Ain't even go a day without Mary. Stuck in a web of rejection. Billboard stars twisting your conscience up like a wind-up toy. Got your daily problems all bottled, but you try to cap it with a pill. Reveling views for the thrill, an escape to remove from the real. Is it really cause you in peril, or is it mimic Hollywood? Sip after sip, snip after snip, you're killing yourself, can't see it's draining your soul and taking a toll. Don't take it from me, tell him JB.
My spirit was dead, clouded with haze. I was chasing the high, labyrinth mind, numbing the pain. Stuck in a cycle, I wish I had closed. I look at my wounds, open as torture, but it's too soon. Another excuse, I was addicted. Capital E, evicted out my own body, had no control. Passenger seat, I was out for a ride and I noticed that the ride won't end. Had to jump out that car, took a leap of faith. Too attached, had me crash, got up leaning, and I got out scarred. Most I saved my life, he cut them demons down. He healed me all around. So I'ma tell you right now, this world ain't worth it, no. Those drugs ain't worth it, no. Don't lose your purpose, whoa. Yes, I'm talking to you, children. Listen to your parents now while you have them. Especially hold fast to their words when they talking about Messiah. Consider this a warning now.
Arms on, legs on, chest on, heads on, Stay on it. Stay on it. Arms on, legs on, chest on, heads on, arms on, legs on, chest on, heads on,
This concludes the Network of Awareness podcast. For more information on the Network of Awareness, please subscribe via email to our website, networkofawareness.com, and follow us on Spreaker.com or any other listening apps you use. For any questions about the NOA, email us at aura@networkofawareness.com. Thank you for listening to one of the fastest growing podcast shows on society and culture in America and abroad. When you live in the present, there's always an opportunity for a new beginning. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.